Okay. If this thing fails again, I am going to quit. All right. Third time's the charm. Maybe third time is the charm. So anyway, as I was saying, hopefully people come back. This is the third time I'm trying this stream. The old Alienware is dying. She's finished, I think. Take 3, yeah, third time. Hopefully this one sticks around. I've told you guys this a million times. Kenny's 17, so this computer's 12 years old. The battery is totally shot on it. Hey, what's going on, Jim? So it decided that it was going to shut down. It's always on constant power. Oh, this isn't the fiber, Bob. This is, hey, it's Nigel's second time. Did you jiggle the wires? I took the on this, I took the battery out, plugged it back in, and it seems to be working. But once this stream is over, I'm going to go search. I want to get the ROG, the Republic of Gaming Asus, or Asus, however you say it. I pissed off the Japanese. I was saying how great their hobby shops are, and I got cut off. Somebody's hacking into me. No, the whole computer just shut down, and that's not a good sign. So I'm going to see if there's a place I can do the ROG on a payment plan and get a new one. Either that, or when the boy's not here, I'm going to have to steal his computer and bring it in here because he's not here today. Did you try to? It turns itself off and on. No, did not lose a bet. Got the haircut going on, Jim. Exactly. They don't want foreigners, but their hobby shops are awesome. There's just like tons of videos on YouTube, people going through their hobby shops, and it's just ridiculous. It's basically a warehouse of modeling goodness, models upon models. Hey, there's Kelly.
You back?
It came back on,
Holy
but we need a new computer, dear. Not right now. I can't afford one right now, but yeah. Hold on, boys. Kelly's gonna tell me something.
Okay, so remember that grand piano, Christmas piano that I bought that plays music?
Yeah.
I put that next to your leg lamp, and
Okay.
I put Nanny's candy dish right in the middle of the book.
Okay, so we got a piano. Everybody's saying hello, Kelly.
Hi.
We got a piano next to the leg lamp now. Nobody pushed the wrong button. No wrong button. Just computer's crapping out. And like I said, tonight after this show is over, hopefully the computer stays on. I'm gonna go look at the Asus ROG and see if there's a place I can do Afterpay or Klarna or something like that on there, and pick up a new computer for myself without Kelly's permission, because she buys a lot of stuff without my permission. But she's the boss, so she gets to do what she wants to do. She give me dirty looks right now, very dirty looks. Uh-oh, she's coming on camera.
Okay, can you? They can't even see me.
I can see you.
Let me make it clear. It's not that I buy things without Kenny's permission, but I know what's needed for the
live
home.
stream.
So if I buy things, it's to make our home beautiful. So I'm not going to tell him because he doesn't understand that. Okay, that's the issue.
And the boss speaks.
And that's it.
I'm waiting for the
so,
big
yeah.
frying pan to come and hit me in the back of the head.
God, I swear it's like he's driving me crazy. Bye guys. See you later.
Yeah, she's doing a beautiful job on the house. I'll take some pictures and post those later. I am a dead man. Once I'm off of here, she won't murder me on a live stream. This way, there's no proof that she was the culprit. So later upstairs, I'll get the frying pan to the back of the head. But yeah. If you haven't seen, like I was saying before, check out those videos on YouTube. Just Google hobby shops in Japan, and a whole bunch of stuff will come up, and then you'll be like, why don't we have these here? Why don't we have them here? Kenny's been read the riot act. She's the boss. Keep the camera on. No, she's good. She lets me get a lot of stuff, but hopefully I can find a place that, like I said, I can do Afterpay or Klarna or something like that, and just do payments instead of paying it all out at once. Because I would love to go to Andy's and check out his place. I actually want a laptop, and I'm going to eventually build a desktop, because over here at the Mesky desk right now, that's where that's going to be the computer station over there. So I want the big computer over there. And then if I do build a bar in the corner, I want to be able to stream from the bar, so I want to have a laptop with me and stuff like that. Hey, Jack, you missed it. We went down twice already. And hopefully not a third time. We talked about Secret Santas. What the hell is that? There's all sorts of stuff going on tonight. That was a weird sound. I know I got to change the filters, but that was very odd. I know I talked about Secret Santas, but make sure if you want in on the Christmas giveaway on the site that you register over there and start using the site over there. And we gotta, as pretty much everybody in here is on the community, we gotta figure a way out. And not giveaways or stuff like that, because then people will just come for the giveaways and not use the site. We got to figure a way out to get more of our modeling friends over to Hobby Link International and post in their stuff, because it's in my personal opinion, I think it's a good site. It's a great site, because you guys, we got a lot of guys that do post there, but we gotta figure out how to get more people over there and posting, instead of posting their stuff all on social media. Join the Discord as well. Yeah, the Discord's good for all day chatting and goofing around. I like dancing girls. We can hire dancing girls. Discord is good. I like that for chatting with the guys all day long. Make trips to people's house to surprise live stream from their house. Yeah, that lazy bastard Top, man. He needs to start posting more. Did you have your Red Robin? Or are we interrupting dinner, Top? Model building is I wouldn't say it's a lost art. It's starting to transition, and I don't know if you guys know Bravo 6. Bravo 6, he creates 1/35 scale figures, pretty much all Vietnam era figures. And when we had our magazine the first time, I did an interview with him, and we were talking about that, and I was like, do you think the hobby of model making is dying? And he had a good point. He's like, it's not dying, it's transitioning. What we know as the hobby will die with us, probably. We'll die out with plastic models and stuff for us. But he's like, you got to think of it this way. Way back in the day, you had some guy taking a little rock and carving it out, making little guys and stuff like that. So that was the beginnings of model making, and then they moved over to wood, and then they moved over into plastics and resins and stuff like that. And now we're transitioning again into 3D. 3D printing is going to be the thing of the future. I don't think our kits will die within our lifetime, but I think as we get older and die out of the hobby, unfortunately, our part of the hobby will go away. I think once 3D printing, it's pretty affordable now, but as 3D printing gets better and better, I think you're going to see companies coming out with, instead of boxing you up a kit, you're going to get a file and you're going to print out all the little doodads we have for our models, and that's how you're going to build a model. You're going to transition into 3D. 3D is going to be the next transition of model making, no doubt about it. You see it now. The files, the things that you can do with 3D printing are just ridiculous. I had a good 80-something year run. Yeah, I'll have a good 60-something year run, or somewhere around there, hopefully. And and then if you just take a look at places like CG Trader, I'm trying to think of even Thingiverse. You could get a ton of stuff for free. Gam body. There's just 8 hours of watching my printer run. And Omar's right. You can make anything as big as you want, small as you want, and if you're talented enough or have the patience to learn how to draw things in like Fusion 360 or other things that you can draw in, you can draw up anything you want. Say on the 32 Ford I'm building, I wanted some set of custom mag wheels for it. I could have designed my own mag wheels for it, printed it up, not worry about going to somebody to make them in resin, or try to find a third party that makes them. And even if I can't draw them, there's custom mag wheels out there where I can pay $10 for a file, print them up, or $5 for a file, print them up on my own, and have a lot of stuff like that. So the hobby's never going to die until we get to Star Trek age and we have replicators and we don't got to do anything. You press a button and you get your thing. So I think instead of having you print it out, the companies will move to 3D printed kits. They might do that too. And Joe's got a good point. Instead of us printing it out, they may just go solely to 3D printed kits. And I was talking to Dana. They won't have to keep up the molds or anything like that, so the kit prices should go down and be easier to replicate. That's another good point. And I was talking to Dana, who jumps in here sometimes. Too old to learn new things. Don't worry, the kits aren't going anywhere yet. 3D printing has its place in the hobby, but I personally blame CAD modeling for all the errors we have in model kits compared to 60s monogram today's stuff. Yeah, I would say so. I agree with you, Nigel. And the one, like I was saying, I was talking to Dana, and we were talking about the new 1000 scale, what is it? The new 1000 scale Voyager. And we were saying with how 3D prints are now and how exact you can get a model kit, there's still discrepancies in this new kit. It's not balls on accurate, this kit at all, but she has a 3D file of a Voyager that is as accurate as you can get, which a company like Round 2 could have done that and gave us a perfect, almost perfect Voyager, but we got a styrene kit that we're going to have to make adjustments to if we want to, or we're going to build it out of the box and just make it as it is. But 3D printing definitely has its place. It's going to get better and better. It's just right now, you can see it with people that do figures. Look at Omar. If you go check out Omar's Instagram or even his Facebook, so kind of a hint to Omar, post more of your stuff on HLI. If you look at his stuff with figures alone, the things you can do with figures are incredible. There's any figure you want out there pretty much, and you don't have to wait on it. And the files, and now with the printers, how they're getting. I was looking at just a newer 4K printer, the incredible prints and quality that are coming off of those things. It's ridiculous. The only thing I'm worried about is not curing my things right and having it split like my Freddy back there that split up on me. Uh-oh, I'm freezing. Cool, but a very good 3D printer is not cheap, and not all those models can afford one. Actually, they're not that... Oh boy, here we go. Here we go again. I'm frozen. I'm frozen. Okay, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see if it unfreezes. So now we went from the computer, which actually this might be the computer messing up, to Optimum messing up. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see if it kicks back in. Oh, we kicked back in. Okay. There we go. Sounds like I'm getting fried. What were we talking about? Yeah, the 3D printers aren't really that expensive anymore. Just think about it. Instead of paying $450 for that kit, I could have got me a very nice 3D printer. But I wanted that kit. Well, I didn't pay for that. I think I told you guys last stream. I thank HLI for that. That was my 1 year. I got to pick a gift, and that's what I picked. Pay the mice already. I'm so upset with. Well, you guys know who I work for. I'm so upset with my company because they've been promising and promising FiOS is supposed to come. It's supposed to come. I know they have it in the engineering department, and now we're waiting on construction to come out here and do their thing. I'm thinking it's a budget thing, and they're waiting for the new year for the new budget. So hopefully in the next 4 weeks, I'll see Verizon trucks out here pulling cable, and then I can hardwire right to the outlet right there, and I don't have to worry about that. Hey, Gregory, what's going on? Good to see you, sir. You can print out a decent sized design. Yeah, you can definitely print out really good stuff. But they're nowhere near as expensive as they were before, and I think the prices on the 3D will go down as more and more people get into it because they'll sell more and more printers. The printers are advancing as quick as a computer is. You know, computers in a year, whatever you buy is obsolete. The printers are the same thing. They're not that you'll get better quality prints out of a newer printer, but even now if you pick up a 4K, the quality print on it is awesome. So how much more awesome can it really get? This is my age-old argument with regards to the capability of modern-day manufacturing. Why don't model companies produce the perfect model? Yes, it gives us the model the opportunity to innovate. I'm not worried about the perfect model. Resin printers. I wouldn't go with a filament printer. Filament printer, you got too much work to do on those. But the resin printers, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, you can print some really good stuff. Let me see. I got this. I got this. Yeah, this is just a quick. Here's the Mandalorian. If you can see Mando, this was actually a housewarming gift from Interstellar Modeler. He quickly printed this guy up, and this is a smaller print, and he's awesome. This guy's got some serious detail in here, and he's printed solid, so I'm not worried about him cracking. I actually got to paint him up. I want him on the desk all the time as my little guardian. But he's awesome. He's like I said, a smaller solid print. That's a resin 3D print. If I can find them, I showed you guys before. I have prints from like an original resin printer that are just ridiculous. I showed you this guy, even though his head is split. Resin printing is just freaking crazy. Crazy. Yeah, that little guy is awesome, Joe, and I thank Augie for that one. I mean, look at, if it'll focus right. I mean, that's just crazy. Which you can get on a 3D printer. And this is a 1/8 scale head of Freddy. I'll take out if I can get it out without breaking it. There we go. And you can do something as delicate as this. That's Freddy's glove with his claw. You can see how small and thin those are. That's a really nice glove. I mean, resin printing, that's why I'm saying with figures right now, anything you want to do is just ridiculous. And if you're able to draw on ZBrush or any of those other ones, it's just incredible what you can do. And it's not only figures. If you can draw anything. Look at Michael. If Michael Lawler's in here, right? Lawler, I did it again. Lawler. If Michael Lawler's in here, look at what he's doing with an SLA printer. He's doing the whole cockpit of the Millennium Falcon. And here's Freddy's chest. Snap him in here if I can. I don't know if you'll see like, look, that's my hand to it. So he's a big boy, and it's nicely done. So 3D printing's the future. I like to print a refit Enterprise that is not such a pain to build. Pulling my hair. The Polaroid's 1350. I forgot who it was. I don't want to see any of this because I don't want to go out and get a printer. I just did. If you guys come over to the channel, I've been doing polls like crazy. I just did one about 3D printing. Somebody on Facebook is 3D printing the 11-foot TOS Enterprise, which is just ridiculous. I don't know where you're going to put an 11-foot Enterprise, but he's doing it on a filament printer. And I'll show you one more that I got. I gotta build this guy too. A few of you seen this one built by Mark Fraley. I'll see if we can see his hands and stuff. So that's eyes wide open. That's his eyes a little shut, being mean. But here's another one, the child, and that's a 3D print. He didn't crack, so he cured properly. Nothing cracked on him. He looks really nice, but he's the little child. And his hands, you're not going to be able to see that, but his hands are all nice and detailed. His little claw. I could pop that in there, I think. Is that the right side? No, I think this is the side that little hand goes in. My little friend's hand over here. I'm going to toss it in here so you can see him, because the pegs fit in nice and tightly. This hand's not going. Why is this hand not going in? Get in there. So I put his hands are falling out. I'm gonna lose it. But yeah, he's got his little mitt in there. And then this one was actually a cool sculpt, because it has that head. I could get both heads out here. This one's a cool one because it comes with two heads. It comes with little baby Yoda's eyes. See that? You can see really well all the detail on that. His big pointy ears and everything. Comes with his eyes wide open on that one. And this one, he's got the little squinty look, like, hey, what's wrong with you, mister? Yeah, so he's really cool with his ears out and stuff like that. And then this kit actually comes with his favorite dessert, the little one-eyed frog. No, and this is resin, so there's no sanding of lines, print lines, or anything like that. The only thing I have to sand off this, which you probably can't see, is where the supports were on here. Let me get his feet there. That's all I have to sand off here and clean up, is where supports were. Otherwise, this is a very clean print. So 3D printing is the way to go. Eventually, not for everybody, because not everybody wants a 3D printer. Don't try to fix it, Kenny, but for some reason your audio is sizzling when you talk. Uh-oh, that's an easy fix. That's an easy fix. Is it better now? How much was the child kit? This actually, I did not pay for this. These were given to me by Hobby Mike from NY3D Creations. Let me see. NY3D Creations. I'll tell you right now. NY3DCreations.com. Oh, I spelled NY3D Creations wrong, because I hit E and I get a double E. I hit I get a double I. And Kenny always yells at me. Just get yourself a computer, Dad. You always wait for everything. It's like, I gotta wait. Mom and you are more important than me, so I gotta wait. So this is NY3D Creations. He's got a lot of cool stuff on here. Here's the child with the his little bassinet. Then he's got the Alice and the Cat fan art ones. A lot of cool stuff. I love this one of Bilbo Baggins. Let me see if I can find. And this slow ass computer. Slow computer. Star Wars series. Let's see how much he is. I think he's 55 or 60 bucks. Star Wars Join the Rebellion. Okay, there he is. He's $45. He's $45. He comes with this little comes with the little base, hand, head, The little frog. Let's see what options. And it's on back order. It's on back order right now, $45. Now, where is it? I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm going to tell you a little secret about things. Now, 3D and just price comparison. Well, you see, we'll give you a little secret. That's NY3D Creations is if you don't have a 3D printer and you want a 3D printed figure, you go to NY3D Creations. If you have a 3D printer and you want to, not everybody needs one, Tom. Not everybody needs one. Not everybody really wants one either. But if you own a 3D printer, you can go to a place like Gambody. You can go to a place like CG Trader. Where's your hat, Kenny? It's missing. And you can get files for a lot cheaper. Of course, you're going to be using your own resin, so it's kind of equaling out between buying from somebody that 3D prints for you or printing them up yourself. I think there's a little more satisfaction in learning how to 3D print and 3D printing up stuff for yourself. You know, things you want. You can print them up for yourself. Like I know Baby Grogu over here. You can find him. I think it was on CG Trader. Most of the stuff out there, there's either fan art of it or somebody has made a similar. Same thing with the Mandalorian. You know, there's similar ones out there. So people do create files, put them out there, and you can find a whole bunch of good stuff. CGTrader.com. So eventually, you know, you'll see me doing some 3D printing. You'll see me cursing because I'll mess things up and I'll get pissed off, and you know that's how it goes with me. Computer. CG Trader. This is CG Trader, which has tons and tons and tons of stuff. So even if you just search, not Star Wars, and we'll see how slow my computer is again. So there's all sorts of stuff. But when you come in here, you know, you're going to want to change your format because not all the formats on here are 3D printable. So where's their STL files? Where's STL? Come on. I'll just put it in here. There it is. STL files. Let's see if the one I want always pops up. Come on, get off there. But they got ridiculous stuff. Here's the series that I want. The Hot Chicks of Star Wars. Next Planet. And these are all printable. The Hot Chicks, and it's $30 for the file. And file prices, I've noticed, depends on the quality of the person that's drawing the file. And this guy, I'm pretty sure this guy actually breaks up the file for you. Yeah, he shows you the pieces that the file is in. Comes in a whole slew of pieces already broken down for you. Let's see what the chick is broken down into. Excuse me, ladies, for calling you chicks. Where is it? Come on. Come on. I hate when things don't go fast enough for me. Oh, there you go. It's like a regular figure kit. You got the her hair. Then he's breaking down, showing you the drawing of the head. This is all broken down into the drawings and stuff. The only thing I don't like about CG Trader is when you go back. Oh, it's not doing it today. Usually when I go back, it brings me to the top. Oh, there it goes. It brought me to the top of the page. I hate when CG Trader does that instead of just going. Here you got Solo and Leia she's sitting in a chair. More of the female ones. There's a whole slew from this series of the female ones. This one's actually a popular one that was made in resin. So I don't know if it's the same guy that made the resin one and drew this up in 3D print. But this is the same one of the Stormtrooper girl, but you have different options with her. You can have her with the helmet on or off. I think you could put the breastplate on her. So there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do. So yes, 3D printing will be the go-to at some point. You can find a lot of stuff on. You mentioned that Dana has an accurate. Is it available? That I don't know if I was supposed to say anything about that Voyager. I don't know if it's available or not. I just know she has one. So if she's watching this and I wasn't supposed to say anything, I'm sorry. But yeah, I think she actually might have posted some of it on the site, but took it down because she wasn't ready to post it yet. So eventually you'll see it from her. I don't know if it's for sale or anything like that. I can't remember the guy's name that she got some Star Wars files from for studio scale X-Wings and stuff. This guy's ridiculous at how he can draw. So if Gambody is a great site as well. Yeah, Gambody, I checked out Gambody. They got a lot of cool stuff over there. They don't have as much as CG Trader. But back to the Voyager. If I hear anything when that comes out, I'll let you know that it's out. Let me put these back. Put those back. But yeah, the 3D guys, Dana will hit you next time she sees you. She hits me all the time. She yells at me. Dana's my second wife. She yells at me just as much as my wife does. Yeah, me and Dana have been friends for a while. I pretty much talk to Dana every day about something model related. Something model related all the time. Anything Star Trek related. From the guy that Dana knows, he actually sells his files. I think all of his stuff is Star Wars. But there is plenty of Star Trek stuff out there. I'll go back and pull up some Star Trek stuff. I think it was on Thingiverse that Mark Shue got the Voyager phaser rifle. Let me go into formats again, and I'll bring you over here, and I'll show you some stuff here. It's very tempting once you start seeing everything that you can do. Here, let me go back over to CG Trader. Computer. Put this down. You got phasers and stuff. The pod, which is cool, and it comes with 2 figures in there. I've looked at this a bunch of times. Let me see. Let me if I could pull up. So you got the pod, and here's one that's built, which is really, really cool. So they got that from Star Trek. And then I just seen a Spock bust down here somewhere. They got a Spock bust here. Actually, this Spock bust looks better than this one. More phasers, communicators, ships. I know Thingiverse, somebody sells a whole bunch of stuff for the 537 scale stuff. If you want to be, have your girlfriend dress up as 7 of 9, you can 3D print all that stuff. I don't know how well she'll like it, but you got phaser rifles, all sorts of stuff, medical equipment. The Worksmith, he does a lot of stuff. Let's see what else he does. STL files, U.S. Enterprise refit. Star Trek Discovery. I was gonna say that doesn't look like the refit I know, because the nacelles are different on that. $10. Looks like he's lowered his prices, because his prices were higher. Star Trek Discovery, the pod. I thought he had more than that. Maybe he took some of the stuff down. Oh, there's another Spock, a third Spock. I'm waiting for it to jump. I really need to write to CG Trader and tell him, stop that. When I go backwards, I want it to be on the same place that I was before. I want to see if there's anything else that's cool down here. More phasers, Geordi's visor. Klingon stuff, more communicators, more medical stuff. So people are drawing stuff all the frickin' time. Like even if you type in anything, fantasy, if you type in fantasy figures, usually a lot of cool stuff comes up with the fantasy figures. I like looking at the fantasy ones. Because when it comes to figures, I like the fantasy stuff. And I'm hitting STL, so this is a printable file. And if you notice at the bottom, you can see where it says STL. This way you know it's a printable one. And this one shows you everything that's broken down for the kit. But they got really, really cool stuff. There you go. There's a Predator. Oh, gargoyles. That's pretty cool. Pinocchio. Pinocchio. Trying to see what else they got here. I haven't been on here in a while. Zelda. They got, if you're into anime, there's a bunch of anime stuff that you can do. So, that's what my kid Kenny Jr. wants me to get a 3D printer for one reason. Because there's so much Dragon Ball stuff out there that can be printed out, and he is a Dragon Ball lover. He loves all the Dragon Ball stuff, and he can't wait till the new Dragon Ball. I think there's a new game coming out or something like that for Dragon Ball. So, Christopher Witcher, I did use 1000 Enterprise and Reliant. I got my Night King from Gambody. The Night King was cool. Post a link to which one, Jim? You know what? On the resources on the form, I'll put up the resources again, but you can go to, here's cgtrader.com. I think it's just gambody.com. Those are the two main ones, plus Thingiverse that I go to. I think it's just Gambody. I don't know if you're supposed to say Gamebody, but I say Gambody. Gambody.com. Let's see if they got anything new. Oh, they changed up their site a little bit. Invite to Gambody or Gamebody to take profit up to 30%. Explore running campaigns. Yada. So if you hit their menu right in the drop down, hey, there's BB-8 right off the bat. Oh, that's a cool Star Wars one. Freaking kicking them right through the door. I gotta see if I can find that. StarCraft. Where does it doesn't have Star Wars? They might not be able to name it Star Wars because they don't want to get in trouble with anybody. I don't see anything that says Mandalorian either. Witcher, World of Warcraft, Diablo, Special Forces. Where's Grand Theft Auto? Did they take Grand Theft Auto off of here? GTA. Grand Theft Auto is one of my favorite games, but unfortunately they only have Trevor. So, and they did a great job on Trevor. Let's see if we look up Star Wars. This one, no Star Trek. There's no Star Trek on Gambody that I saw. So here's a Star Wars one. If you're looking for cool stuff. X-Wing Fighter, R2, C-3PO. Little Halloween version of Grogu. Blockade Runners. What is this? Creality resin printer plus Lord Voldemort and Corellian Corvette. That's pretty cool. Buy the printer and you buy. They have a couple deals going on. Buy the printer and get some files for free. It looks like. I haven't looked up. They got any new Harry Potter stuff over here. And that's what I'm waiting for, some really good Harry Potter stuff to come out. This is actually, I've looked at this one a bunch of times. This is an awesome 3D print of Voldemort, even though that face doesn't look like him. I don't know why he doesn't look like him. In the sketch it does. That's a nice... And this one, like Gambody shows you more what you can print it in. This you could do it in 1/16 scale or 1/8 scale, so you got your choice, of sizes. You got a lot of stuff going on in 3D printing world. And if I'm missing anything you're saying, that's because I can't see. ArtStation in the marketplace. No, not Gambody. Gambody. Gambod. Oh, they do have some Star Wars stuff. Okay, Star Trek stuff. 3D print models, if I could find someone that print out 3D models and sells them. Normally name their Star Wars characters after some. Yeah, exactly. This way you don't get caught up with, especially with Disney coming after you. Let's see if I'm sure in the whatchamacallit, in their tags they'll name it Star Trek or something like that. I didn't see any Star Trek. Plenty of Star Wars on Gambody. I'm looking to see. They got a Snow Speeder, BB-8, AT-AT. I've seen that Mandalorian before. I think Augie did that one. It's actually tanks and World War II stuff out there. Oh. All right, let's look at this one. Since this is a model that's going to be coming out soon. This is going to be a model that's coming out soon. So you can get the Razor Crest. For $34.99, you could get the file. The file's big. Let's go through the pictures and see. I want to see what the dimensions are. And I hope we have somebody here from the UK or somebody that knows how to go from millimeters and stuff to inches. Because usually when they put the sizing on here, it's in millimeters and inches. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back. Okay, so it's in 1/34 or 1/68 scale. You can print it. So this will be basically a 1/35 scale kit. I don't know what the sizes are that they're coming out with for the Razor Crest. I think one is 1/72 scale. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure of the scaling on the ones coming out, but a 1/35, that would be a nice size. That would be a nice size Razor Crest. They even have a Spock figure in Gambody. Okay. Steampunk? I don't know. We can browse around. You know, CG Trader. Let's see if they got anything on the Steampunk on Steampunk. There we go. Steampunk. I'll tell you in a second if I don't see any figures right away. Steampunk formats. STL. I'm looking really quick. Yeah, on CG Trader, bud, there's a bunch of male figures. I don't see any female steampunk figures. But I'm just doing a really quick. That's a common steampunk girl with her bustier on and her hat and stuff like that. Nothing's jumping out though on nothing's jumping out on me on CG Trader, but you'd have to look a little bit more. Yeah, the darn metric system. The only thing I know is kilometers. Kilometers, meters. I don't know the millimeters and centimeters and stuff like that. That's all that's all out of my league. You can change the size to the capability of a printer. Yeah, you can do a lot of stuff. See, we got a mathematician in here. We got Tom in here. That's all we need. There you go. Thingiverse. Go over to Thingiverse. They tried to teach us that in high school. We resisted. They didn't even bother trying to teach us. We didn't learn centimeters, millimeters, and all that stuff in high school. It was all inches, feet, yards, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. Hey, Maddie B, what's going on? Well, thanks everybody for coming back. We're still hanging out for a while. But thanks for coming back after the 2 times. It looks like the 3rd time is the charm. So yes. Just give me a minute. I want to run upstairs and get a drink, because if I tell Kelly to run down with a drink, she's not going to do it. Or she's going to yell at me, couldn't get a drink before. Hopefully she doesn't watch that part of the show. So just hold on for 2 minutes while I go upstairs, get a drink, and stretch out my back a little bit from sitting in this chair, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, thanks for holding on. Dr. Pepper wasn't on sale. Pepsi was. So, is everybody getting ready for Christmas? We are. We actually were just looking at fridges. I was looking at them online. Kelly found the refrigerator she wants. She found it at Home Depot. It's actually made for garages, because garages, are hotter and stuff like that. But the pantry, that door there, Sorry for getting close to the mic. But that door there is going to be, that's the laundry room and the pantry over there. So you'll have the work desk, the pantry, and right around, right inside the door will be the refrigerator. So I'll have that there. There's a 3D printed model of Godzilla vs. Kong, the aircraft carrier I'd love to have, but only seller I could find is on eBay, and the seller is in China. Oof. Outside decor is almost done. Kelly's it's supposed to be nice here tomorrow, so Kelly's gonna do the outside stuff tomorrow when Kenny gets home, I think, or maybe before he gets home. But she's doing a really good job upstairs. I feel bad because this year I can't do anything. I get to sit around and mind my back. So Kelly and I were talking about, how model builders are collectors and stuff like that, and we were like, what should we do? And she's like, she was saying maybe you should pick the Star Wars pile and try to get as many Star Wars builds as you can this year. I was like, that's not a bad idea. Pick the Star Wars pile, the next year pick the other pile. Stand-up freezer. We were looking at a stand-up freezer, but I love our live streams. We go from models to this to that. It's all over the place. But we have the French door upstairs with the pull-out drawer freezer. Kelly thinks we need more refrigerator space than freezer space, so that's why we're going to get another regular refrigerator down here. Oh no! I hope you're all right. I hope you're all right. I actually have to go get my booster shot soon. I will check it out, Phil. Livestream chaos. There's always livestream chaos on here. You know what, though? You'll miss it. When I get Fios finally and a new computer and nothing goes wrong, then you're going to be like, oh, man, it's a regular stream. It's a regular stream. Kelly didn't make it to Hobby Lobby today, so she wasn't able to pick me up any Createx paint, so I'm going to have to deal with what I have here. So what are you saying? We just can't stay out. Squirrel! Shiny things. Exactly. It wouldn't be any fun to live stream if things didn't go a little bit. That's 134 Razor Crest will be 28 inches long. That's a big Razor Crest, and thank you, Nigel, for for helping us out with that. I suck. I am horrible at math. I am really horrible at math. So they're 28 inches long, over 2 feet. That's a big model, and I guarantee you that thing is probably more detailed than what you're going to get in a box. You could spend half your live stream looking for the right screws. If nobody gets that reference, what Chris is talking about, right underneath Buckman's Model Mania every Tuesday night has a live stream, and he's been building like the big Enterprise D, the X-Wing, the T-800 Terminator, the Ecto-1, and a wooden ship, the Pearl. But the other ones are all those Eagle Moss metal stuff. So we get to watch top pick out screws, BM screw, DM screw, this screw, that screw, and put them in. They are interesting kits. I don't know. I'm sure a bunch of you have them in here. They are large kits. If you haven't seen them, go stop by on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time is when Buckman's Model Mania comes on. We always have a good time chatting with him, hanging out and busting his chops while he's building. But I didn't realize, you look at the advertisements for these things, and when he's building like the Ecto-1, I would love to have the Ecto-1. The thing is ginormous. I'm putting my arms out like this, and that's how big the thing is. It's huge and heavy. And same thing with the Enterprise D. Chris Whitford, what's going on? Didn't even see you in here. Sorry. Senior Kenny, have to check out the Harry Potter stuff on CG. I will check out the Harry Potter stuff over there. I love me some Harry Potter. But yeah, these metal ones, they're just ridiculously large and stuff like. The only thing I don't like about them is that they are a monthly basis package thing. I think some of them that are already run through, you can buy the whole thing, but the price is just out of my price range for those things. I'm not paying. I guess I shouldn't say I wouldn't pay, because if I do get all the extras again for this girl over here, the Titanic, I'll probably end up in the $1,200 range for that kit. So, but those kits are a little out of my league. And I don't know where I would put something like that in here. It's like I'd rather display my models that I built and painted myself and they come out shitty looking. I'd rather instead of those pretty metal ones, I'd rather have my shitty looking models up on the walls. 1T100 this Tuesday, waiting for the replacement LED for the X-Wing. Cool. I wish there were some 3D prints of Stan Winston's most famous movie creatures that he designed. That would be interesting too. I like when you guys are all chatty in the chat. Always makes me smile that you guys are hanging out and chatting with each other and having a good time, even though we are the Seinfeld of modeling live streams where we do nothing on here but chat and hang out. So we're deciding. I'm probably next week sometime I'll have a poll on the YouTube community over here about going to give you guys the chance to decide what the giveaway will be for January. Will it be cars? Will it be tanks again? Will it be planes? I'm still in search of some good size ships, but at a good price where we don't break the bank on them. You know, if I can find some ships, I might ask Paul, because we do deal in ships. We do deal in ships and stuff on the shop.hobby. I got to see what scale. I know we have 1/700 scale resin ships. You didn't hear from me. I'm not a big fan of them. Except for I think we have Flyhawk 1/700 scale ships. Those are nice ships. The resin ones, they're nice, but boy, oh boy, when I opened up one of those boxes, I was like, holy cow. Okay, so we got AJM does a lot of resin ships in 1/700 scale, and there's a lot of ships that you really don't see in kit form, so they're made in resin. He does them nicely. It's just wow. I would probably jump off a bridge playing with one of these things. Looking to see. I thought we carried Flyhawk 700 scale ships, and these are. I don't think those aren't our prices. We do have Verifier. We have Verifier, the Iowa 1/350 scale, the Missouri in 1/350 scale. And remember, these were the middleman for Verifier. So we got the Jersey, the Wisconsin, the Des Moines, the Missouri, and okay, these are in 1/700 scale. So we got the Des Moines, Iowa, the Missouri, and the Salem in 700 scale. Those are $55 each. Let's see. I don't know if we get a different price if we order them for ourselves. So maybe we'll do that. I'll talk to Paul and see. Exquisite box art. They make very nice kits. I thought I was getting lucky. Which one was it? It might have been the New Jersey I had. Somebody had ordered the New Jersey, and we told them that they come from China, and it takes a while. Could take up to a month to get it from China, and he didn't want to wait. And when it got to his house, he returned it, and it came to me, and I was like, oh man, I hope nobody buys this kit, because I was just going to keep the kit. But somebody sold it. I actually got, because the guy, even though he wasn't supposed to, he opened the New Jersey, so we sold it at a lower rate. But I opened it up after I seen it was open to check it out, and the molding and everything on the Verifier kits is really nice. So if you ever look for battleships and stuff like that, don't hesitate to get a Verifier kit. They're very, very nice kits. And while I'm on the shop, if you guys didn't know, we got a lot of stuff on here. And most of the stuff, like I said, except for the boards and the Cat 4 stuff, we don't carry on hand because I can't 48 scale planes, 1/144 scale stuff. Is this a book? Armory? No, this is Armory Models. Looks like decals and a kit. It's the 2-part kit. If it's out of stock, it's out of stock. So we got a ton of 1/144 scale. Clear prop. A few of the guys we gave away clear prop kits. So we got clear prop in 1/72nd scale, 1/44th scale, 1/48th scale. I know Spence and Eric from Rascals Hobbies, they had the Claudes. They were doing those. We got a 1/72nd scale Sea Sprite. Trying to see what else we have. Oh, we added a new thing too, sales. So anything that's going to be on sale will be in here. So right now these are on sale from Cat 4. That's the stuff I keep on hands. I got these barrels on hands for the Bismarck too. So if anything, check the sales. Tools, basically the airbrush stencils. These are airbrush stencils we have. And then of course lights and sounds. Figures. I didn't even know we carried figures. And if I would stop hitting the damn button over and over again. So if you haven't checked out the shop, check out the shop. We only got one 1/72nd RAF heavy bomber crew and 1/72nd scale. So we got overseas. It might get to you a little bit quicker because it is coming from China, a lot of this stuff. Some of this stuff comes from England too. I'm pretty sure Armory Models is in England. The AJM is in Ukraine. I think we have ICM models. Sorry, I'm going back into the planes for a second. Going back into the planes for 1 second. Is it? Oh, no, it's Armory. Armory Models. This actually might have shipped from the Ukraine too. These might ship from the Ukraine. So if you're on that side, it's going to get to you quicker than somebody in the US, basically, is what I'm saying. So we got a bunch of stuff on there if you didn't know. Go check out the site. Go buy those model lighting boards and stuff like that. Post some picture on the site, Mr. Buckman. So what else is going on there, people? Anybody that's here and new, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it. We hope you subscribe to the channel. We hope you hit the thumbs up button. And we hope, more than anything else, that you come over to the community, sign up, and post your builds over there. We'd love to have you over on the site. I wanted to buy a second-hand tall ship going cheap, but my wife said that she was not too keen on it, and now she loves them, and the prices are through the roof. Oh, man, and we're having our tall ship group build next year, which we're coming down to, what do we got left? 3 weeks to the year? Currently working on everything. They got a 3D print of Pumpkinhead. Oh, Dana's messaging me, but I'll have to answer her after the live show. Let's see, we got 1, 2. What's today? Today's the 4th. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. We pretty much have 4 full weeks to the new year. So you guys got to get ready for the new group builds. I am definitely building along with Benny. We're gonna build the 500D little chopper. We're definitely gonna build that. So that's one of my group builds. The Duster 340. We're definitely building that. And then, like I said, for the World War II armor, I really don't know if I want to build that type. I might have you guys decide on that one too. Trying to think of what other group build. Star Wars. I got to pick something out. I got to try to get into a whole bunch of these things. But with I got a lot of things going on with the sites and everything. So that's hampers my building a lot. Trying to do the articles, and right now I've been trying to fix up the YouTube channel. And within the next couple weeks, I got to try to find all the Mahdi things I had, get those on the site again. So that'll go up there. So that's why my building has slowed down. Live streams, trying to do the live streams, all that stuff. But it's more important for me to have a place for you guys to hang out, show off your models and stuff like that. A place to hang out here, talk, chit chat, forget about the world for a little while. That's more important to me than get my models done. My models, I'm a slow ass builder to begin with, so a little more time's not going to kill me. But I would like to start getting videos out more on a progressive basis like I used to. This way I can get have you guys check them out. Could find replacement parts 1/350 scale battleship, Kenny. Replacement parts, the only way you're going to get replacement parts, if you're going to get one of two things: aftermarket to replace something on it, or you're going to have to write to that company and see if they still have that kit in production and can get you the parts. What battleship are you looking for? Got into a lot of group builds. I'm getting out. It's getting out that's the problem. My wife has her paper craft stash. Had to build a room in the house for her stash, so she supports me in the hobby. Reality does suck, so that's it's a good thing that we come in here, chat, hang out. Even if it's talking about nothing and it's a couple hours out of our day that we don't have to deal with the world or anything out there, and we can just goof off and have some fun in here. That's always a good thing. You should look at my stash on ScaleMates. We no longer have words since she asked how many models is enough, and I responded all of them. See, I would like to do a ScaleMates kind of thing on the site, not the grandioso scale that ScaleMates is, but something where you guys can keep your stashes in place and stuff like that. I'm not used to having no hat on, so I keep flipping the hair. I feel like I'm back in high school. Scale from R2 Eugene. Where's Phil? Did Phil say which battleship that he's trying to get parts for? Rigged mining truck, 3D model STL for $90. Yeah, the prices it looks like are going up on files too. Unfortunately, it's as more and more people are going over to 3D printing. I guess the prices are starting to go up, and I guess it all depends on too how much time and effort that person put into drawing that file. You know, that counts too. Got to pay for their labor. Got to pay for their labor. If you want something, got to pay for it. I'm thinking of doing BOP with fishing trawler for the Star Trek group build. Oh, that would be cool. The only, I'd love to have a barcode way to enter my stash. That would be pretty cool. Hey, Kenny, did you ever see the Playmobil? I saw the Playmobil Enterprise, and I saw the price on the Playmobil Enterprise. And I chuckled when I saw the price on the Playmobil Enterprise, because I don't think that thing is worth, I think, what was it, $500 or $600 for that thing? No way would I pay that. I guess, yeah, Omar, I guess a more renowned or well-known designer can charge a little more. Plus, I would say, you know, guys putting hundreds of hours into drawing, a couple hundred hours into drawing something and getting it together, yeah, it's worth a little bit of money. I see the news here in the UK, and the media makes it look like the US is terrible with loads of crime, burglary, shoplifting issues. Is it really that bad? Or is it the media? No, it's that bad, Nigel. It's that bad. It's going bonkers over here. I want to do a BOP and a Grissom dial. That's right, Grissom boards. Grissom's coming out soon. We have the Grissom boards. Always wanted a Phoenix, but not going to happen. Boo. If I do the POP, the fishing trawler will be more realistic size than in the movie. There you go. Make it a realistic trawler, and put some realistic fish being brought up on board in a handbasket, Omar. And that's why I enjoy my modeling in my little garage here, where I don't have to worry about anything outside or anything like that. I sit here, I play at the bench. I don't know. What do you guys do? Because like when I'm sitting at the bench, I'll do one of two things. Either I kick on the JBL speaker and I'll put some music on and I'll go. But more often than not, when I'm building, I'll actually throw on YouTube, and like I'll throw on Nigel, and or I'll throw on Joe or Ben or Benny. And just let things play, and it goes from things to thing, and I'll listen to what they're saying while I'm building, and then I'll hear something, and I'll be like squirrel, and I'll have to look around and check out what's going on here. Take it easy, Matt. It was a whaler, not a trawler. Aha! YouTube running and the squirrels in the yard. I'm here in the hobby house, wireless headset, listening to music. I like my world. I watch other folks. See, another one that watches. I turn on the TV, which distracts me, and I don't get any modeling done. Save CDs or local radio. I grew up in Boston. New York State and Florida have always loved America. It breaks my heart to see the news. Yeah, it's grew up in Boston, huh? Park your car in the Harvard Yard. New York State and Florida. That's about all the places that New Yorkers in Boston, Massachusetts people go to. Florida. Omar's an ex-Bronx guy down in Florida. The only time I ever lived out of the state was or during the summers with my grandparents, or when I was in the military. That's when I was out of New York. Yeah, usually got someone on the YouTube playing when I'm at the bench. Yeah, that's what I usually do. It's and then it'll roll to people, Night Shift will get on, Plasma will get on, and then it'll pop onto somebody I've never heard of, and it's like, who's that? And I go take a look. It's like, oh, look at that, somebody new to subscribe to. Subscribe to them and hit the Boogie Down Bronx. The South Bronx. I always see you guys builds, and that happens to me a lot too. I'll see somebody building something, and I'm like, damn, I got to build that one now. Southern born and bred. No, I'm a Yankee. Was born in Manhattan, raised in Astoria, Queens. Like I said, the only time I've really been out of New York, and I'm not even really that far out of New York. Basically, where I live is the suburb of New York, where I live in New Jersey. I could walk back to New York if I wanted to, so I'm not really out of New York. But yeah, I've always lived here. Give us a few years, Nigel. It will improve. Yeah, eventually. Everything goes in cycles. We'll get back to normal again at some point. American Science Puppet YouTube. See, I can't do that. I can't work. Thank you, Nigel. Dad lived in the Bronx. I didn't know that, Ron. I can't work in silence. I can't sit there and have it quiet because one, I have the furnace room over here, so I got to listen to the furnace going. But yeah, I can't sit here. I have to have music on, or I got to be listening to somebody, and it makes the time go better. Or a lot of the times, Kenny Jr. will pop in here and he'll sit here talking to me while I'm doing that, and he'll be like, "You want to film right now? You want to film right now? You want to film right now?" Because he's been my cameraman. Most of you know if you've watched my videos, Kenny, since he's a wee little guy, has been my cameraman. He's always been my cameraman, and I was like, yo, what am I going to do when you get bigger? I was like, now if you ever get married, you're going to have to give me a grandson because I'm going to need a new cameraman for when I'm older. I'm going to have somebody doing my camera work for me. We'll live long enough to see it all get better. I'm only 49, so I got plenty of time. I just watch a movie and hear Kenny say, clean your work table. That's right, clean it up. Shane's here. Hey, what's going on, Shane? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, sir. Silence drives me crazy, and you wouldn't like it if I'm crazy. Yeah, I can't sit here in silence and work. I have to have something going. I got to be listening to you guys in the background, and it's also a good way for me to catch up, like with certain builders that I watch. If I miss something, just throw it on and pray that it stays on their channel and flips through. Because sometimes it doesn't always stay on that person's channel. It'll flip through. So silence is not a fun thing for me. Not at all. Silence. It's not that I hate. I guess growing up in New York, I'm so used to having noises and everything around me, so it's like silence is like kind of creepy maybe. It's like you get so used to in the city. The fire engines at 3 a.m, cop car at 3 a.m, ambulance at 1. You don't even hear those things after a while. You wouldn't even know, like my mom sometimes when we were younger, she couldn't sleep. She's like, you didn't hear all those fire trucks at 3 o'clock in the morning? I was like, Mom, bombs could be going off outside. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. Then I'm a very sick mind, 300. Yeah, it's always a lot of work rearranging the hobby room. I was actually standing at the door back there yesterday, daydreaming about this place being finished and ready to go. But definitely during 2022, this place will be up and running and done, and we'll have a bench over here, cabinets and other stuff, and it'll be cool. It'll definitely be cool. I'll have a good time here. We'll do some good shows and stuff like that. We can actually. That's why I was planning on getting the Husky 72-inch rolling workbench. One, I want the rolling workbench because it's long enough for the Cricut, and me and Kelly and the mother-in-law want to use the Cricut for a whole bunch of stuff, so it's a good place to put that. Plus, I don't want to keep my good power tools and stuff out in the shed. I want to keep that all locked away in here. And also, it's a good spot to do, instead of at this desk like this, it would be a great spot to do a live show from, besides doing it from the desk, so it'll give me opportunities to do different places and different live shows. And then once I have that, could do live kit reviews or builds or something, keep us occupied while we're doing this. I would love to have a hobby room. Yeah, I got lucky. I didn't have one for a long time, as you guys know. I have to have music or YouTube playing to drown out the screams from the spider monkeys in my head. Yeah, I waited a long time to have this. Long time. I want a solid table with storage drawers below. That's why I'm getting the rolling workbench. This way I can keep all my good tools. No, like real work tools in there, not tools for this. Back here, like I've showed you guys before, from that end is going to be workbench and cabinets below and above, most of it above. And then behind me, that's going to be all cabinet and workbench. That's going to be cabinets up top, below, and that's going to be the computer area down there. You guys seen this. Well, some of you might not have seen it. And then, I don't know how far around I could get this. That's... What's over there? That's my hockey sticks. Mine and my boys' hockey sticks down there. So that corner can be, whatchamacallit? I can't think. Cabinets and stuff. I'm trying to get away from my DSLR. That corner over there is supposed to be the bar. That corner over there is going to be either storage, like metal husky racks for the model kits, or display cases over there. And then in that part of the garage over there, that's where I want to put up, like, you can see the get out of there, light, the bars for the garage doors. I want to put like drapes or something up there, or something heavy duty, so when I use the table saw, sawdust doesn't go all over the place. Dance pole. There's a dance pole right there, my man. Come on. Let me see if I can get it in frame. I don't know where the camera went. Well, there's the light. I don't know where it went. It's not looking. Oh, wait. I'm looking at the wrong one. There's the light. There's the dance pole right there. A big square dance pole. Big square dance pole. When will you be getting snow? Will it hit New York badly this year? We never know, Eugene. We never know. Some years, like last year was the biggest snow we had in a while. There's been winters that we've gone through recently where it's 40 and 50 all winter long. I remember I live downstate New York, New Jersey. I don't live upstate New York. Upstate New York, they get the snow. They get a lot of snow, but we get hit, but it's not like it was when I was a kid. And we used to get hit with a lot more snow than we do now. Even the upper regions of New Jersey get more snow than where I am in Jersey now. Though is a weird weather belt, because either we get hammered and hammered bad here, or we get nothing and somebody else gets hammered. It was the same thing when I lived in Staten Island. For some reason, Staten Island is in the path of storms where it gets hammered and the rest of the city doesn't get it as bad as Staten Island. So we're just unfortunately in that path. Israel, what's going on, buddy? I haven't seen you in a while. For big square girls or square Kennys. Built a hobby shed in the backyard. I watched you build the hobby shed. I like the hobby shed you got in the backyard, Benny. If you guys haven't seen that, go scroll back through Benny's videos and check out the hobby shed he built. And you get to see the cats. Love the cats. Cats are all over the place. You were shorter when you were a kid, so it seemed like a lot more. Nah, we did. We used to get a lot of snow, because we were nuts. I'm sure some of you guys did it too. But in the city, if there was a quarter inch or even a half inch of snow to an inch of snow, we were outside playing tackle football on the concrete. Used to live in Clifton, New Jersey, where it was a little lad. Oh, one of my best friends is from Clifton, who I haven't seen in a long time, unfortunately. I used, Where did we hang out on Clifton? I hung out on his block, West First Street. Sounds like Wales in the Southwest. Didn't get there yet, but I'll watch this weekend. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. So I keep 2 heaters going. No, I've been lucky so far. We only had the couple nights that were really cold. So this has been nice and warm in here. I haven't had to worry about that. So hopefully the winter stays like that. Ah, man, permits suck. Permits suck. And here the roster, thank Benny for Sunday dinner with him. That's because we're in a different time zone. I'm still here for a little bit. I'm going to be here for a few more minutes. We're just sitting here chatting. Everybody's having a good time. We've been steady around anywhere between 28 and 32 people. So, you know, any new effects boards coming out soon, Kenny? I don't think Spencer's here yet. There's... All right. I can't talk about them because... Oh! Somebody joined up. Hey, Bud, thank you for joining. One I can talk about, we're definitely in the works, is a Viper board. There's a Viper board in the works. I wouldn't call it a general board. We got, like I was saying last stream, we have code names for them now. We're kind of going to be changing the names of the boards. HLI 001A may be getting retired for a new upgraded version of that board. But there are a couple boards. It's, with the holiday season and everything, Spence, you know, he's got another job and stuff, so it takes a while for all this stuff to get sorted out, and then it's to wait for parts to come in, and then it's wait for the boards themselves to come in so we can build the board. So there's a lot to it, but definitely a Viper. Definitely Spence is working on another board with multiple effects on it. That's what I could say about that one. And then we'll work from there. So 2022, there's going to be more boards coming out. It's just a process. I wish we could put them out like that, but there's a lot of testing that's got to go on. There's got to be programs written up, and that's got to be tested. And then we get the boards. The boards get built by Tommy. They get shipped over to Spence. Spence puts the program onto the board. Then Spence torture tests them to make sure that the boards are good. Anything that fails goes back to Tommy to see if it's something that we did putting it together or if it's a bad piece. Whatever makes it past the torture tests and is good gets packaged up, comes to me, goes on the shop, and gets sold. So it's a whole process. It's not a fast process, especially with programming and building, because we build everything by every board. Fucking crackheads. Anyway, everything that gets built is built by hand. So we order the boards. We order the little board, and we order all the components that go on the board. And if you actually go over to TikTok, I don't know Tommy's, I can't remember Tommy's name on TikTok, but he has a TikTok of him putting all the pieces on the board. Everything is handmade. Lots of things happening on my end with boards. See, there's Spence. Spence is still here. It takes time. You know, like I said, there's Spence has family things he's got to do. He's got school things he's got to do. It's not like HLI is not anybody's full-time job. So we wish we made enough money where it could be our full-time jobs and we didn't have to worry about anything else. But basically, it's a side gig to get boards out to you guys at a good rate. And that's how it goes. But yeah, Spence is working on a lot of things, and as 2022 progresses, we'll definitely. There's not going to be anything new for 2021. This is the end of the year. It's shot. But as the year flows on, we'll definitely have more stuff. But it's a whole process. The PG rating was gone a long time. I swear to God, I want to put spikes. What are those called? Spike strips out there. Every time one of these morons is flying down the block at 70, 80 miles an hour, they're going to kill somebody out there one day. And you know, now if they were flying this, it's going to sound so wrong, but I don't care. If they're flying down the block and they hit somebody, I'd be highly pissed off and sad for that person. But if these idiots are flying down here and run into a freaking telephone pole and kill themselves at 80, 90 miles an hour, I'd have no sympathy for them at all because they're being idiots. Yeah, I wish I've written to the township. All a cop has to do is sit on my corner all day long, and they can write tickets and make thousands of dollars a day just writing tickets for all the idiots that are flying down this block. Yes, the acronym that made me laugh. That's the one that I was saying. I don't really want to. I didn't know if you want to give out the acronym for it, but there is a board coming. It's a multiple effect board. The acronym actually stands for what is on the board, but I don't know if it's ready to be said yet. That's when Spence says it's okay, that he's got a good feeling on the board, then we'll put out the that board. And then the acronym actually stands, all the letters stand for something on the board. As long as the lights don't go at that, I'm not worried about that. There's no main transformers over here on the block. There's just cable TV, which mine is underground. That the other side has their cable TV up top, and my electric's underground over here too. So that's all the other side. I don't have to worry about that. Okay, see, when Spence gives us the go, we'll talk about that board. Have an old lady with an old hairdryer standing on the corner. Now that would be funny. 3D print a speed bump. Nah, I'd like to do spikes out there, flatten their tires, because they're just animals out there. I'm glad I have no young kids that would play in the yard, because God forbid something would happen where one of these idiots jumps a curb and hit my kid. They wouldn't live. I would definitely jump through the front seat and kill him on the spot. Right after you get Fios and take that out. Good thing Fios is underground too. It's all underground on my side of the block. Everything on the other side is above ground. Has Eric shown up? No, Eric. Oh, there's Eric. What's going on, Eric? What all do you need to operate the boards? Like, what do you need to buy to make a board work in the aircraft if I get the aircraft board? If you get the aircraft board, you need the board. We sell the power supply. If you don't buy you don't have to buy the power supply from us if you don't want to. You would need either a 9 or 12 volt power supply, whichever one you want to run it on. You would need wire, resistors, unless you buy pre-resisted LEDs, and LEDs. That's it. Well, for the power, you would need a female power jack, or whatever they call them, the female side. So that's it. You need the board, power, lights. If you want to get pre-resisted ones, you wouldn't have to buy resistors, and that's pretty much it. So, but definitely after the 32 Ford, I'm going to pick something that we're going to use one of the boards on. I don't know if I'm going to pick the airliner, but I want to do a model kit that will be utilizing one of our boards. When the Grissom comes out, I'm definitely going to pick up a Grissom. So if that comes out right away in January, then I won't touch a plane or anything like that. I'll wait for the Grissom, grab the Grissom, and do it with the this board back here that we don't have on. For the aircraft board, you don't need switches on the aircraft board. You're gonna pick one of the settings on the aircraft board. Oh, that's not good. I don't want to bend that way. Hold on a second. What is that plugged into? What is that plugged into? Oh, that's what it's plugged into. That's plugged into my power for my camera. Let's see. There we go. Did I lose a light on this one? I lost a light over here. The wire must have fell off. Some of the stuff I bet you is not working on. Oh no, it's working. I lost a light on the Impulse, and the only reason I lost a light on the Impulse is because all of this is hand dickied. See, Spence isn't building anything because we got him working too much. There we go. I got the board on, but this is all hand dickied, so that's why. That's like I was saying. That everything else is working except the other side of the Impulse engine. I gotta figure out which wire came loose and hand dicky that guy back up. Lifetime of kits, still have 3 Enterprise. I got a ton of. That's what Kelly and I were talking about that too. I said I won't touch a 350 scale ship until I'm retired, because I don't want to start at 350s. If you don't know, I can retire in 2023. or 2026. I'm hoping for 2026 actually. But I want to be able to get up in the morning. You can make fun of me now. I don't drink coffee. Have my cup of tea. Come downstairs. Work on the kit for 4 or 5 hours each day instead of working all day, sitting in traffic, coming home frustrated, messing with the kit and messing something up. Hand dicky. That's right. Hand dicky together. You see, you do, Top. I knew you were going to give me that order to turn on the lights, so that's why I turned on the lights. 2042. Oof. No, I'm almost 30 years in, so it's a year after me, Top. It's a year after me, so you're not too far behind me. But yeah, in 23, if they come with a great package, I can go. As long as it equals what my full pension would be in 2026, I would go in 2023. If not, I'm hoping for a 3-year extension, and then in 2026 I would go. And then I can, and it's, oh no, am I frozen? If I'm frozen and you can hear me, I hope. Ooh, nice. Retired in 2018. Good deal. You get to retire when you're dead. 30 and out. Absolutely, Jim. 30 and out. 30 and out. There's no sense in me staying at my job past 30 years because how our pension works, that's the older I get and stay at my job, I'm losing money on my pension because the less pension I'll get. But I'm in the lucky boat because once I do retire, Kelly's a New York City public school teacher, so I can jump on her benefits if need be. I'm a union worker. Unfortunately, I can see the handwriting on the wall, seen it for many years, that eventually the union won't be in my company anymore, and if the union is there, they're on a 2nd and 3rd tier contract, and pretty much they're not going to care about the guys that are retired. So eventually I'm quite sure I will lose my medical benefits once I retire at some point because they're not going to fight like we did for our benefits, and then I'll jump on Kelly's benefits. About 7 years and I'm gone. In 2026, I'll be 65 and 44 years at work. Oof. In 2026, I will be 53, going on 54, and 30 years at the job. So I get a double nice thing. I can retire, and I can retire younger. Yeah, Shoes only got 3 years to go too. That's not a law. It's not a law, Israel. It's how our contract works. It's how our pensions are set up. Our pension is based. Other companies probably do the same thing. Your pension is based on how long the average person will live. So if I work longer and I get older, the less and less my pension's going to be because now they only expect me to live. Say I work till I'm 65 and the average age is 75. They only expect me to live another 10 years. So they're not going to give me the X amount of dollars I'll get at 53 because now I'm living an extra 22 years that they factor in. If I'm only living 10 more years, then my pension's lower. So it's better that I get out at a younger age and get more money. But our stuff also depends on not the stock market, but the GAT rate and some other interest rates and stuff like that. So there's a lot that goes into our pension. But if things stay well, I can leave at a good time. Well, if you're not, see, that's the thing. That's why I was saying I'm in the union. We're a little different. I don't have to look forward to my Social Security or anything like that because of the job I have. But yeah, that gives me more time to build. It's always a good thing. Then I won't have to worry about, getting up for work. Work will be getting up and saying, honey, going down to the garage. Going down to the garage. I'm going to actually have to bring my tea with me down here. I'm going to have my electric kettle down here with me So this way I could just make my tea in the shop instead of making it in the kitchen. That's all. That's all. It's a good time. It's a good time. So guys, it's after 9 o'clock. I don't know if you want to hang out and keep chit-chatting. I'll hang out as long as you want. I don't think Kelly has, anything for me to do because I really can't do too much. But Kenny, if you ever did sell my USS Hornet Starship models, it's yours if you want it. Oh, thank you very much. It's very nice of you. It was only a flesh wound. I'm gonna hand you Kenny's honey to do, and that's what'll happen. 300. That's what'll happen. The day I retire, I will have a large honey-do list. And the one other good thing is with retirement, like right now, I know it's not a huge property. We're almost on an acre of land, but there's trees and all sorts of stuff. And once you're done working, you don't want to come home and get on the mower and do this. So right now, we have landscapers do the grass and stuff like that. But when I retire, I could just get the John Deere, sit on that with a 6-pack on the back, cruise around with headphones on and listen to Led Zeppelin while I'm cruising the yard, cutting the lawn. I could do a lot more. Be Kenny yelling, "Get off my lawn!" "Get off my lawn, you young whippersnapper!" It's just a scratch. So what do you think? What do you guys think for the tank build? King Tiger 1, I think it's the late version. Or the Sturmgeist, however you say that, Sturmgeist 4? SDK FZ163. What are those models there? Oh, those are those crazy models. Whip up some gardens, Kenny. Save some mowing space. Actually, Spence, that's Kenny. Little Kenny loves to garden. So that's one of the problems with all the trees in the back. We want to get rid of... A lot of the trees are diseased. I don't know what got to those trees, but the bark is falling off them, and there's really a lot of tiny holes through it. So I'm scared that eventually they're going to fall, because a lot of the big branches are just falling off, and when they fall... You see the same thing. The bark is gone and a whole bunch of tiny... I don't know if it's termites or ants or what's in there, but I got to get rid of them. And once those trees are gone, we want to do nice big gardens back there. We've been dying to do pumpkins. He wants to do... We always do cherry tomatoes, but I want to do like beefsteak tomatoes, peas, cucumbers, whatever we can do back there. I never even heard of that one. I have to check that out, Benny. Here, how longer you work, you receive more retirement. And here, by law, we have to stay work until 67 years old. Yeah, there's a law here, too, with when you can get your Social Security. I don't know how old it is. I think it's even higher for me. I think it might be 72 for me now, or something like that. I don't think it's 65 anymore for me. But, yeah, there's no law that says we have to stay working. No. Yeah, I haven't seen anything. Like, I've gone back there a few times to check the trees, but I don't see any insects on it. It's like, because those trees have been there for so long. I don't know. Banana peppers. There you go. I don't know what kind of insects are on there. And now we have those crazy lantern flies around here, and it's hard to kill them because they jump. But they've been on the trees, so I know they're hitting Jersey now, and they're killing stuff. And if those things get your tree, sometimes Jersey will take the tree down for you, but most of the time you got to pay. You take a reduced amount of 62. Yeah, we got, there's nothing that says we have to work. I never picked up. That's our errands for repair work. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll definitely, actually, I am copying that. Copy that. I want to check those out later. Where's my notepad? Notepad. Let's put that on Notepad. Paste that. I'm gonna check those out because eventually I'm gonna need a ride-on mower for this thing. There's no way I'm walking around almost an acre of land pushing by hand. I'm gonna sit on something with headphones on. I have to live to like 78 to break even. God willing, we do. I can get partial at 62, eligible at 65. Man, we're old. Remember the days when we used to sit back and talk about women and fast cars and this and that? Now we talk about, geez, my back hurts and when am I getting my Social Security? Started working when I was 17. When I was 17. Woodworms. Could be. But I'm gonna have to get trees removed before they fall and hit the house. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 I'm getting old. Oh, I gotta finish that tank. I started that guy too. I don't know. Everybody does Tiger tanks. So I'm leaning more towards this guy. I'm doing this guy for the World War II or Armor of World War II build. The only thing, it's got rubber tracks. Rubber tracks. Rubber tracks are no fun. Never liked the rubber tracks. John Deere mower is nothing but green and yellow paint on a Walmart mower. Don't forget, we talk about models. We do talk about models. Look at that. I don't know how long I have this kit, but the staples, I never even took it out of the plastic. The staples are still on this guy, so maybe I'll leave it in there. Comes with a figure, the side skirts, the barrel. Of course it comes with everything. So I don't know which one I should do. Who's old? I'm well seasoned. Yeah, do something different. That's what I'm thinking. Everybody, you know, I'm sure somebody else is going to do a Tiger tank in the group build, but I don't think anybody's going to do one of the. And you can tell it's definitely the older one. It takes two C batteries, please. And this guy'll move if you got the little engine that goes with it, the little battery powered engine. And guys, if you don't mind, you know, if you are joining a group build and you want to spread the word, you know, around on your channels and stuff to have people come to the community and join up, it'd be great. Would love to have more and more people in the group builds. You can tell them we're doing it a little different this year. Definitely group builds will be... get in the box. What's in the box? Group builds are going to be, at the end of the group build, pretty much voted on by the community, the top 3 people in there. We're going to do a little more different things with the group builds. And I think I'm stuttering again. I'm doing a Tiger Killer. Oh, there you go. See? The little engine that could. Dan Harris, you should still be eligible for Medicare at even 6 weeks. Gadgetron, what's going on, Ken? What's going on? My stream is buffering again. Buffering. I'm waiting for the buffering to stop. And now I'm starting to lean to the side. There you go. See, everybody's got dying trees. Everybody's got dying trees. I can't pull my trees out. I have to pay somebody to take my trees out because, I got oaks and elms back there that range between 60 and 80 feet tall, so I can't touch those. Cannot touch those. I'm looking to see if I missed anything in here. Medicaid. No. So yeah, if you're interested, and again, when we're doing the group builds, and you have and if you're in the group build and you post a video, I'm going to show you some. It's Wawa's that magical place. Wawa's the magical place. If you're in one of the group builds and you see the Wawa guy here, what you do is, like in my description, you'll see at the bottom here, just hashtag HobbyLink International if you do a video for your group build. This way, if you hashtag it, I can find it easier, and all the guys from HLI can find it easier, and it'll pop up in here. So if you're doing for anything for HLI, just toss the hashtag on there, and then we can definitely find it easier. If you want to hashtag your videos because you're a part of HLI, that would be great too. You'll show up in here. Mine are predominantly in here right now because I'm fixing up all of my thumbnails. So of course they're gonna be in the front of everything. There are a few more people in here. I know Kaylin's in here, Shu's in here, Spence is in here. There's Spence. Oh no, I thought that was Spence for a second. I know Spence is in here somewhere. But yeah, mine are just predominantly in here just because, like I said, every thumbnail is being redone. I have 150 thumbnails to go, and I just wanted to change them up because they were very hard to read. Like you can see on this one, the Klingon Battlecruiser D7, it's a lot easier to read the thumbnail because most people don't read. Seriously, most people don't read. They especially on YouTube, they don't read. Hey, look, there's Kenny Conklin. They don't read. They see your thumbnail, and if you can make it catchy enough where the type is bold and they can see what's in there, like you can see in my 32 Ford, that's a 32 Ford, and it says it right there. You can see the Voyager, the camera, and the basic scale modeling. So our old ones, and this is why I'm doing it, I don't have any of my all my old ones are gone. Like Paul's old ones, you can see the plane, the clear prop and stuff, but the type and the font on some of them, you really can't read what it says. Like this, with this background picture, it's hard to see that it's Kagero Top Drawings number 69. It's hard to see what that is in there. So that's why I'm changing them all up. This way it's a lot easier to read. Like this one, I can't even tell. I know it's an HMS because of down here, but that could be a K, that could be an IIMS. I don't know what's in there. If you guys didn't know, I know everybody in here knows me, but if you didn't know, Paul is on the channel too, and Paul does a lot of reviews because along with model building is a lot of history, and Paul does a lot. We get a lot of books in, and Paul reads all the books, and he does a read and review of all the books. So if you're into history, check out Paul's reviews on the books. He also does a lot of reviews on our Flyhawk stuff because that all goes straight to him in Canada. He gets a lot of things that he does reviews on for there. He's also got a couple builds. Me, I think I'm going to leave the reviews up to Paul, let him take care of that section of the YouTube for us, and I'm getting back on all the builds. If you do see me do a review of the kit, all right, say like this. Say I do this one for the Armor of World War II. I'm not going to do a full-blown review on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do an overview of this kit for the first video and get into the build. Now, I'm most likely going to be recording a lot of the video at one time, and if the build goes smooth and quick and there's no major defects or anything that you have to majorly do to this kit, say, then it's going to be probably one video and tops 20 minutes, and the whole, you know, we'll break it down to 20 minutes. If it's a shitty kit and needs more things done to it, then we'll break it down to 69. Nice. Then we'll break it down into like the usual 4, 5, 6 videos. Right now I'm going with a longer video for the 32 Ford just because it's the first car that I'm building, and I'm taking my time with it. So that one's probably going to be like 3, 4, or 5 videos long. But I'm going to try with easier kits and kits that don't have anything to break down the whole build in one shoot. Not one shoot, but one video. And the reason I'm trying to keep it to 15-20 minutes, and I know this sounds bad, but with YouTube, the attention span of the typical viewer, not you guys, but the typical viewer, is 15 to 20 minutes. You know, people get bored, they skip around, they want to see something. Unless you're doing something really exciting in the video, you know, if I'm teaching you something new to do on this kit, or there's something wrong, then people will stick around. But if it's just a quick basic kit, the analytics of YouTube show that 15 minutes is what you want to stay on there. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing with my videos, just to get them done. And watch, I say that, and what's going to end up happening, I'm going to always make 4 or 5 videos on it because I always talk a lot, and then I break it down and do stuff. My pine tree dumped in my backyard. Lots of stuff to clean up. Oh, boo. Boo, boo, boo. We have an 8-hour watch. You guys do. I'm talking about the typical YouTube viewer. You guys are nuts. Every single one of you guys are nuts in here, sitting with me for 8 hours while we did wood. Speaking of the wood one, Tom, I think in January that's definitely one of the ones I'm going to get back on the side and finish that one up. Get that out of the way now that I can get a table saw in here and cut the base and stuff like that. We'll start getting those guys done. I don't like to go more than 30 or less. Yeah, that's a tough one. 30 minutes 30 minutes is a tough one too. If you notice, like most of mine, unless there's a lot of stuff like with some of the green strawberry stuff, I can't help but go over the 15-minute mark. It just I can't do it. Or something like the Vortex mixer, I went to almost 20 minutes because I wanted to test more paints on it. Photography is 9 minutes. Green strawberry 17 minutes. 16 minutes for the boards to explain it. 10 minutes. 4 minutes for whatchamacallit, Bert. So 6 minutes for this one. 5 minutes. 3 minutes. 9 minutes. 13 minutes. So we try to keep under the 15-minute mark. 25 minutes because this I got into depth with the hobby blades. I did a lot with the hobby blades. So 15 and under is where I try to strive for, and then I'll just break it down into parts. Just because, like I said, if you're watching analytics and stuff like that, which I do, I like statistics, I like analytics. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube analytics and stuff, and like I was telling you guys, if I make a video of 30 minutes, comment that is we see, but people stay for yours. They like like what you're doing on yours. But Jason Marshall used to help me out with this, and he actually went to classes and stuff for it. The average viewer is a 15-minute viewer. If the viewer's engaged and they like what you're doing, then they'll stay forever. But most people, like I said, it's the typical viewer, not guys that are like specifically there to watch what you're building. If I'm building this thing and they want to see the whole thing end to end, but the typical viewer is a 15-minute person and flying out of there. Video time formats are just fine, Kenny. Yeah, I don't like going. I wonder if it would be worth making a short version and extended cut. I don't know. Possibly I should try that and see if people want to watch a longer one. But like I said, watching analytics on stuff, you can go and see where people drop off of your videos, where it starts to decline. Like easily everybody knows where the ends of my videos are. Anybody that watches my videos know where they begin and where they end, so they can easily jump off a video. As soon as they see the last part of a build and they see my face again, they know that video is ending, and they'll drop off. Let me see something. Let me see. Where is? Okay. Here, let me go over to what is this? Is this the engage intro, top moments, spikes, top moments? Okay. Spikes. I'm looking for something. Dips. Spikes, top moments, and intro. Okay. All right, let's go. I'll go over to this for a second just to show you what I'm talking about. Computer. Like this is, which video did I go into? Wednesday night hangout. I didn't want that one. Thought I was in this one. Okay, with the camera, with the whatchamacallit, how to take pictures. If you see the big drop right into 10 seconds, most of that is people that don't watch me, and that's my intro and the that was either the spaceship flying by or the new Chippy one I put. But then it kind of starts to level off. I take a dip here, but then they watch through here with a small dip. But once you get here and you see this big dip, that's probably where the video ends. What's 752? Let me see what 752 is. Let me click on this. 7:56. Okay, that was closer to the end. So around 8 minutes is my ending, or 7:56. Go to 8:04. Somewhere in there is the end. So they watched to there, and once they saw my face again, bloop, they left. So you got your people at the beginning that don't know the channel, and that's another thing at the beginning. If you're interested in analytics and stuff, which I am, most people that don't know your channel, if your intro and everything's too long, you'll see this as a major drop. Mine's usually about the same drop, and then it goes a steady line across. Let's see what they did on this one. It was a big drop, and then they declined, see what they wanted. And the cool thing too is you can see the top moments of your video, where your peak moments are in the video, where people are staying. People stayed there. A lot of this dip stuff too, when you see a dip, is people jumping ahead, because now I do chapters, so they'll jump ahead, watch something, they'll start watching something, they'll jump to this point, watch it, and then you can see right here at the end. And this is a hangout. This is when I'm saying goodbye, and they drop off. So I like looking at that stuff. It drives me crazy, but it interests me knowing that. And like I said, I watch just too much shit on YouTube analytics and stuff, trying to make the channel better. There you go. Top, you got it. Don't show my face. And then we can, and then people will stick around. I can't stand viewers who can't be bothered to watch the video, then ask, why didn't you do this when you did exact? I totally agree. You know what, Nigel? That's exactly like, exactly like people on Facebook. You'll post up something, like I post up a picture of the skeleton warrior back here and say, he's a old Verliden 1990 kit made out of resin. I use scale 75 or whatever the thing may be. And then all they did was look at the picture, and their first comment will be, hey, what paints did you use on that build? Well, if you would have just read what I wrote up there, you would know what we used on it. But yeah, a lot of people will do that. How much was your Vortex mixer? I just looked it up on Amazon. My Vortex mixer, I kind of got roped on that because I jumped on it before looking around. That cost me $55. If you look around, you can actually find that same exact Vortex mixer for $33. Now, attention spans aren't what they used to be, but Nigel's right. Like, a lot of people will skip around a video. They won't watch. And that's why I like looking at the analytics too. I see what they're looking for and where they jumped up and down. And like I said, you'll have people that you know watch your whole video through, no matter what. They'll watch end to end. But some people, you'll build something, you'll put it in there, and they skip that part and they come back and ask, hey, where was this, or why didn't you do that? Well, if you go back and look, Nigel did it right there at the 10-minute mark. He can show you, he was gluing part A to part B, and he told you, this gap is just horrendous. And if you would have listened and watched, you would have known, instead of asking the question and the thing. So but that's how it works. There's not much we can do about it. But like, even with, I guess, my liking of the analytics and statistics and stuff like that on the back end of YouTube comes from like hockey, because I love the statistics of hockey, goals for, goals against, power play percentages, and all that other stuff. So I don't like math, as in algebra and stuff like that, but the statistics part of stuff, I like that stuff. Part of it, I have retention over 100, meaning repeat. Yes, you definitely have. If you have over 100%, you have people jumping back on the video or coming back to watch it again and again and again. So yeah, it's cool. And the analytics, and now Spence is a guy. That guy's smart at math. He'll have the analytics down like that. It's just a fun part of the thing for me. I'm just trying to tweak my channel here and there just to make it more enjoyable for the people that do watch my videos. That's why when I first started, I made horrible videos how people watched them. I don't know. The camera was like right here on my face. And one of the things that my brother Tommy told me was, you say and a lot. And then I watched the videos back, my own videos back. And I was like, So now it's conscious. I'll say it once in a while, but not like I used to. And it's consciously in my head all the time now not to and while I'm talking, especially in a video. So like the last video, too, I get hung up while I'm building and recording. I get hung up making something or painting something or putting something together, and there's a lot of dead air. And I don't want to leave the dead air in there, because that's kind of boring for you guys to watch, just dead air. So I got to figure out how I'm going to do that better. But right now I'm just chopping it up. If I wasn't doing anything important, like if I was sanding for 15 minutes like the last video, that's why I chopped out this. I only sanded for like 2 or 3 seconds, and then I jumped over to what I was doing, because you don't need to watch me sand for 15 minutes. So I just chopped that out. Well, I just want to make it a little bit better for the viewing experience. That's all. I just made a video about appreciating. I was watching that one by starting. This is not accurate. It's not. It's an artistic license. Look at the comments saying this is not accurate. I had emails telling me too. See, they don't listen. I was actually watching that, and Kelly cut me off because she wanted me for something. So I got to go back and finish watching the video. Yeah, I'm glad my brother actually pointed out that I say that. So I used to say it so much. So he put it in my head to consciously think, hey, dummy, stop saying stop saying stop saying Oh, you're not the only one, Spence. If I'm up on the mic, it picks up my breathing too. And that's one more thing I want to learn, because you can take out a lot of noise with, there goes an with Photoshop in the audio portion of it. I've been trying to watch videos on it, but I'm getting a little confused on how you pull the audio to the front and the back, and certain settings in there where you can lower like the breathing into the microphone and stuff like that, but keep your voice on top of it. So I got to watch a whole bunch more videos on that, because I want to learn how to take out like the background noise of the, what's it called, the furnace in there. Because right now there's no door on there. I don't know if you can hear. Well, you probably can't hear it because I don't have the microphone on figure 8. I took that off. Umpa, stick it up your jumper. Oh God. I know what I want to say something. Yeah, no. I can't do that anymore. I can't do that. And if I do say during a video, I will cut it out, and that's why you see a jump cut. Like I'll say something, and then it'll say the, and there should have been a direct link to Tiger 1 or something like that. It would have been the Tiger 1, so I'll cut that out, and you'll have the little jump in there just to get rid of the So it's a New York thing. I'm a master of breathing down the mic, but that's on another channel. Hey Nigel, send us that channel in a private message. Oh my goodness. There's a delay, Phil. I don't have a delay set. It's got to be like maybe a 10 to 15 second delay. I didn't set it like that. It used to be when I had Fios, we were literally milliseconds behind each other, so it was like talking to you guys live. For some reason now I'm way behind. I just did a class on working on sounds. It was very helpful. I got to do that. I got to do some classes on more editing stuff and audio stuff. It's just something I want to learn. I find the editing part of the video intriguing. It's definitely fun to me to do the editing. I definitely need a better computer to do the editing, because this thing is old and slow and has no real memory on it anymore. It's just a mess. So we'll get better and better. Good stuff. Wait, when you get up on the mic, we get the Barry White version of Ron Weasley. Of course, because I'm sitting back from this microphone. I'm actually sitting way away from the mic. But this one, I was going to order it, like I told you, the boom arm, and I showed you guys last time. This sucker should be up on the boom arm and pretty much like this close to me, so you can hear me better, but I keep it back. It's down on my computer, so you got that. It's not an echo. It's not echoing. I can't. It's just the distance where you're not hearing me properly. Grayson, what's going on? I sound terrible on my YouTube presentations. My wife says I sound okay, but I really do sound awful. To reduce background noise, you have to lower sound input on your camera and on your mic. I can't really lower the sound input on my mic because it's just a lavalier microphone. But you're right, you should. It's like you should be recording at like negative 12 decibels or something like that. At the beginning, yeah, I used to hate listening to myself, but now with editing and watching, I'll watch my videos, I'll edit. Well, you're watching your video while you're editing, so I hear my voice. It doesn't bother me anymore. I hear my voice so much. At the beginning it did. It was like, holy cow, that sounds like crap. But now I'm used to it. But while I'm editing, I hear my voice, and then once I'm done editing in Premiere, I'll watch the whole video through. This way I see if I missed anything, and if I did miss anything, now I got to go back, edit it again, and then watch the whole thing through, or up to that point, and I'm constantly watching it. Once it's rendered, I will watch the video all the way through just to make sure there's no glitches or anything that happened during rendering. Then I'll put it up onto YouTube. I won't put it out right away. It goes up there. I put it either on private or unlisted, and once it's up there and fully rendered through, I'll watch it on HD to make sure that the render went through properly. So I watch my videos probably 4 or 5 times to make sure that everything is how I want it to be until I finally hit upload to YouTube, and then you guys get the final result. Oh no, I hope you feel better soon, Grayson. Yeah, I'm gonna get the shock mount and the boom arm. Like I said, I was gonna order it the other day, but it's Christmas time and I didn't want to spend any unnecessary money. You know, we're spending a lot of money on decorating the house and food and, you know, Christmas presents and stuff like that for the kids. So I'm just gonna wait until after Christmas. Then I'll get my boom arm to mount to the table with the shock mount, and then I can have it over here. This way I can sound a little better and have Top listen to me and call me Ron Barry White. Oh boy, Grayson's got all sorts of stuff going on. Yeah, there's tons of YouTube extras. There's a lot of stuff you can do on YouTube, which is cool. I want to learn a lot more. Like I said, and I'm into the video portion. It kind of helps. I love making the models, and I love playing with the editing software. I just want to learn more and more and more, which is fun. And if I do learn anything, I'll let you guys know. You know, we'll all have a good time. I remember my first semester was a hard one too. My first semester, I went to college the first time for 2 days and I quit. I said, screw this college stuff. I ain't got time for college. I literally quit. Went to the dean. I said, see you later. I'm out. Left. Went to my buddy Chris, and for literally a year from the day I dropped out, we partied for a year. That's all we did was party for a year. I didn't work. I was a bum. I didn't work. I didn't do nothing. We smoked. We drank. We went up to the park to play handball and basketball and softball and stuff like that. Oh, it was ridiculous. Best year of my life, just hanging out. And then I went back to St. John's University, which is the best thing ever because I graduated St. John's Prep, so I was guaranteed a seat in St. John's University. Went back. First 6 months was fine. Then, or the first half of the year, whatever they call it, was fine. And then the second half was just like college ain't my thing. So I was done with college, and then it was the military. Well, I had a job, and that job wasn't for me. I was like, I got to do something. It was the military for me. Military was 100 million times better of a choice for me than any kind of school. My biggest problem is there's always some kind of commotion happening in the background, not a lot of time to record. Yeah, that used to be me in the old apartment where I'd have to tell everybody to shut up. I've told you guys I had to kick Kelly and her mom out a few times. I sent them to the bedroom because they just kept laughing and everything, so I couldn't record my audio. So they got kicked out. But at least now, once the door goes on there, where the heater unit is and everything in there, I can close the door, and I'm actually thinking about putting soundproofing in there to kind of quiet that down. Over here I can't put soundproofing where the dryer will be, but I'm not worried about that because nobody will be using the dryer when I have to do important stuff, you know. That's right. They don't teach you to make a war face in college. School was never my thing. Definitely was never ever my thing. If I could have stayed home from school, I stayed home from school. I was just not. Thank God my son is a good student. He likes school. He's got a head on his shoulders. He doesn't, he's going to college to become a teacher. So he's doing well. Me, no. I should put one out in the hallway and on the air one. See, but that's the thing. I was thinking to them. I was like, yeah, I could lock you guys out, but I forgot the lock is on the inside of the house. Why am I going to have the lock in the garage? Where if somebody breaks in from the garage, I can just unlock it and come in. So I should put an on the air one out in the hallway. Flip it up. I have no choice, Grayson. That is not my first choice of drink. My first choice of drink, as everybody knows, is Dr. Pepper. Pepsi was on sale, so we got Pepsi. You don't scare me. Work on it. Great movie. That was a great movie. Wow, it's almost 10 o'clock. We might as well stay on the extra 20 minutes and get off here at 10 o'clock. We had our two flubs. I don't believe 26 people are still here. I wish the guys that are watching this, like we got a lot of guys talking. I wish the 10, 11 people that don't say anything would just pop in and say hi, just real quick. Hey, what's up? And then just keep watching. I'd love to know who else is sitting here watching, because I know the regulars that chat in here because you guys know each other, but then we have some people just sitting watching and enjoying. I'd love to know who the other people are. No sale is worth it. It's a waste of money. I'm sorry, I wasn't the one that went to ShopRite and picked it up. If you want, me and you will go pick up some Dr. Pepper or whatever it may be that you drink, and we'll put that in the house. Uh-oh, time for GB to cut out. It's almost 3 a.m. The eternal wallflowers. I love them, though. They sit here, they listen, they hang out. I wish they would come and join the community. What the heck was that out there? There's all sorts of weird sounds outside tonight. That's another thing. When I do this garage door, because it will be this one here. Behind that sliding glass door, the racks up top, all that'll be gone. And that door is going to be closed off. It'll look like a door outside, but I'm not going to be able to get out there. Just to cut down on some of the outside noise, because this is where I'll be working most of the time. I'll probably cover that with some kind of sound baffling material too, to keep that out. My lord, I thought it was quiet hours this week. Lots of thumping, talking is coming from upstairs. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I don't want to know what they're doing upstairs. Hey, Donnie's there. All right, there's one of our mystery people. What's going on, Donnie? All right, Eugene, go. Yeah, I know we got some people here on the other side. And you guys got to get to bed. I had to move to the living room. The Gorilla epoxy I'm using to finish the paint booth is gassing me out of the hobby room. Oh, man, I don't believe it. Got a couple of acropops holding my eyelids open. That's right. Use those toothpicks. Keep those eyes open. I don't want to know what's going on in Grayson's dorm rooms there. Not at all. Basketball team think they had a game today, so I guess they're hyped. Oh, there you go. Okay, that's fine then. That is fine. So anybody pick out their helicopters yet? I know a couple people did. Helicopters for that group build. We got that group build. We know what car I'm doing. Right, Grayson? We know what car I'm doing? Omar, have a good night, sir. It was good seeing you. We shall see you the next stream. Actually, we're getting closer and closer and closer to Christmas, so make sure you come over to the site. Go back up, Kenny. You missed my question I asked. Let's see. Kenny, have you ever seen a 1/16 scale 69 Mustang? Isn't that the Mustang we just gave away? Thought that was the Mustang that we just gave away. AMT Mustang. Let me see what year that Mustang was that we just gave away. Oh, that was a 65, I think. Let me see the box art on that one. Oh, yeah, that was the 65 we gave away, not a 60. No, I've never seen one of those, Phil. I don't even know if they make those. Oh, the Zvezda MI-24 Heinz. I think that's 2 Heinz we got in there. I think Kalen's building the other Hind, the one, the Hind D with that eagle schematic on it, but he wasn't going to do the eagle now. If anybody remembers, I could have sworn somebody made decals of that. Kenny, I have a question about 10 times now. I'll post it again below. Really? I always miss everything in the chat. I'm always missing. I need somebody to sit here. The last thing I saw from Nigel is I'm a master of breathing down the mic, but that's another channel. That's the last one I saw. I'm looking to see. I'm scrolling back, Nigel. Oh, no, I know. I have posted a question about 10 times now. Deckles. That's Paul. Hello from Newfoundland, Canada. Enjoy watching. Thank you very much, Nick. Thank you very much, Nick. Good to see you, sir. You don't miss me. I miss you every day, Grayson. You should be here every time we're on. I don't see you on here enough. Queen Grayson, I don't see you on the forum either. SR-71 out in Germany, waiting to see when it shows up in the States. Oh, very cool. Everybody say hello to Nick. Nick, hopefully, Nick, you come over to the community too and hang out with the guys. I don't know if you build, what you build, all that other stuff. Newfoundland, Canada. I'm probably saying that wrong. Newfoundland is on the Vancouver side. Nova Scotia's on this side, right? With us in New York? Which side of Canada? I know Paul is on the Vancouver side. He's in British Columbia, so he's behind us 3. I think he's behind us 3 hours. Like 6, sounds like 6 clones of my post-service lady upstairs. She's always talks loud on her earpiece. Oh, goodness gracious. Northwest Territories. Okay, guys. Yeah, I'm not a big. It's on the East Coast. Okay, so you're on that side. You're on my side. East Coast. East Coast. My side. Yes, that's where Paul Tosney is. The other guy that's on the channel with us, Paul, that does the reviews. He's over on the Vancouver side. He's he's in British Columbia and stuff like that. So. What's the east side? I always get my east. No, east is Long Island. East is Long Island. East Coast. I'm on the East Coast. So we got a bunch of Canadians in here. One of those Northwest Territories was the Yukon Cornelius. I do have to make it up to Canada because the kid is dying to go to the Hockey Hall of Fame. He wants to see that, so I gotta take him up there. One of these, the cold side of Canada. East side is Newfoundland and Labrador. See, you guys are good with geography. I know the East Coast: New York, New Jersey, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. My trip down to Florida. Those are well, actually, I skipped Maryland because I go through Maryland. Used to go from New York. I go from New Jersey through Delaware, through Maryland, through Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, into Florida. Then I cut across to the west coast of Florida to go see Mom and Dad. Negative 41 degrees Celsius tonight. Anywhere near Gander? Only place I've ever been. I've never been to Canada. I gotta go up there. I do have to go visit Canada. It would be nice to see. Definitely would be cool to see. Now, because... Oh, damn it. I forgot. Alright. See, I made the mistake. The first thing I said at the beginning of the first show, because this is our 3rd show tonight, if you didn't know, was I gotta stop torturing myself looking at looking at puppies, but I want another golden retriever. And I opened my phone, and this little guy is on there, and I'm dying to go get him. I wish I had the cash. I would go get this little guy right now. But I was actually getting on my phone because you guys are using that Celsius stuff, so I want to see what negative... Don't tell me. I'm going to look it up. Ah, there you go. You beat me to it, Spence. You beat me to it. So it's cold. That's cold. Negative 40. Woofa. That is definitely cold. I don't like that. I am not a fan of the cold. I like the spring now. I'm not a fan of the heat as I'm getting older either. I like the spring and the fall. I like it when it's cool in the morning, nice during the day, and cool at night. Everyone needs to convert to imperial units. Metric is stupid. I don't understand metric. Well, I had to know kilometers and meters in the military, so I had no choice with that. I had to at least know those two. It's 40 degrees. It's 37 degrees here, and it's going to be 61 on Monday, I think. So the temperature will 61 and raining, so it'll be good Monday to build. Actually, it went up. It's going to be 64 on Monday, and then the temperature's going to drop again. So Monday will be, the cold. I can't stand the cold. It's funny. I love hockey, but playing hockey, if you're on the ice, it's cold for a second, and then you get hot playing. So. Thanks, Chris. LTC, I'll give up now. Just wondering if the U.S. idiots drive imports. I didn't see your... I don't know why I didn't see your question. The last thing I saw was a different channel. And that's it. I don't know why I didn't see your questions. I was just wondering if the U.S. idiots drive imports here in the U.K. It's generally cheap junk. It all depends. It all depends, Nigel. Like, I drive a Jeep Cherokee. Kelly's got a Honda Fit. Her mother has a Toyota Camry. My brother has a big-ass Dodge Ram T-Rex. God damn, that's a big pickup truck. Mom and Dad got a Chevy. But the funny thing with U.S. cars is they're all imports. It says, the engine was made in Mexico, but the car was assembled in the U.S., so... Kenny, if you ever go see any battleship news, look it up on Google Earth and take a look at 3D image of the ship. It's pretty cool. I will check that out. I had a Ford Ranger pickup, 5 recalls in 6 weeks to fix a turn signal. Sold now. I used to have a Ford Ranger. I had a 1990, when I was in the Army. I had a 1992 Ford Ranger. Kenny, his question would appear next to you on a screen, but not in the chat. I don't even see that. Don't even see it. I see nothing. Land Rover Discovery, 4th generation of her car. Dodge Ram 1500. I always wanted a Dodge Ram 1500. I love those. Now I'm curious, Chris. His question would appear next to you on screen, but not in the chat. I don't know why I'm not seeing that. No clue. And have the ultimate American-made bragging right. On 4 wheels. I miss my 1976 Malibu Classic. That was a nice car. That was a very nice car. That thing was a tank. Yeah, your Mustang would be an import, I guess. I'm still upset that I don't know this question thing that you guys were trying to point out to me. I see nothing else popping up with a question. Interesting. I feel bad now, Nigel. You were asking questions and I didn't even see them. Because in the chat is the only place I saw anything and it's not anywhere else. Oh, boo. Damn you, YouTube. I have a BMW 528i and a damn Dodge Caravan. Yeah, I had an old Ranger. The one thing I'm upset about with cars these days, like my Jeep Cherokee, it's not made in a manual transmission. I love manual. I love driving a manual. It's so much nicer. So actually, the Jeep Wrangler is still made in a in stick shift. So possibly the next one I might get is the 4-door Wrangler. This way I can get get stick shift again. I just wondering, what do the idiots outside your house drive, Kenny? Muscle or imports? I have. Why don't I see that? I did not see that at all. The idiots outside my house drive God knows what. Probably mostly imports, and I call them fart cars because they run the engine so rich it sounds like pop 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 down the road, which is another annoying thing. It sounds like crap. Yes, I'd much rather have my see, manual's the way to go, Nigel. I wish they would make more manual cars here, but kids don't want to learn how to drive stick, so. No, I'm on live chat. Mine's clicked onto live chat. But yeah, manual's definitely the way to go. My knees are too bad for manual. See, that's no good. That's no good. My stepdad got a 27 Dodge Ram this year, and he babies that truck more than he did his old truck. F-250 Super Duty. Ooh, long bed. 1990 Ford Escort that still keeps running. Oh, Ford Escorts last forever. Kelly had a Ford Escort. That thing was... I had an idiot. Hopefully nobody here is from Virginia. I don't want to call you an idiot. It's not you that I'm calling an idiot. It's the guy from Virginia that I'm calling an idiot. He was coming. We were going down a main boulevard, and he was up from Virginia. His first time in New York City. I kind of felt bad for him. First time in New York City. He decided he was going to hook a left turn because his cousin or his brother made a left turn onto a major avenue, and he didn't want to get lost. So he decided that he was going to make the left-hand turn right in front of me. I T-boned him right between his two doors, bent out his car, and the best part about it was my witness was the cop that was right behind him. So that was an awesome witness. I felt bad for the guy. He was all shaken up, and he thought I was going to kick his ass or something. He was like, "Oh my God, you're not mad?" I was like, "It's an accident, dude. What are you going to do?" I'm not going to. One, the cop is there, so I really can't do much, But yeah, and then his brother called me later that day. He's like, "Yo, can we take care of this without going through insurance?" I was like, "Dude, the first thing I did was call my insurance company. There's no way I'm not calling my insurance company." 4-speed automatic. See, I have the stupid manual automatic shift where I can flick it into manual mode and do the shifting. Freaking wants me to shift into second gear at like 11 miles an hour. I was like, "You're kidding me." Keelan Sandberg, I have a 2011 Defender, just rebuilt it on my other channel. Very cool. Manual windows, locks, and choke. They're not manual windows. Cranking windows like that, that's a power window, my friend. Those are power windows. An old 85 Dodge Ram Charger 4x4 with a 5-speed stick. Nice. Am I the only Zoomer who drives? Really? I'm proud of you, Grayson. I am very, very proud of you that you drive stick. You don't see any kids these days driving stick. Not that you're a kid, but you don't see the younger generations driving manual anymore. I guess that's the reason why it's so hard to find them, too. Both of us, and I'll never have to drive again. I like driving. Almost all my jobs I've driven for. So, guys and gals, it's almost 10 o'clock here. I'm sure Kelly's not too thrilled that I've been on this long, but there's not much I could do upstairs anyhow, so I'm going to cut out. Thanks for hanging out with me between 2 times the stream stopping, 1, the computer crashing. Well, it's back. Luckily, it's back. Taught me in the church parking lot. There you go. There you go. Grandmas are awesome. A few nights ago on my way to my brother's house, I came up on a very bad car wreck. Oh, that's not good. Automatic motorcycle. Interesting. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I taught my first wife to drive a 5-speed. That's why I told Kelly. She's upset that I want a manual. I was like, I'll teach you how to drive manual. But yeah, I'm going to cut out, guys. I'm going to go see what Kelly's up to. Thank you all for stopping by. I hope you guys come over to the community, hang out, and show us your modeling work over there. 3 a.m. Holy cow. Get to bed, Nigel. Actually, once I see what Kelly wants, or if she wants anything, I got to go back to the Nigel video I was watching before. So everybody have a great night. Please stay safe out there. Thanks for hanging out for 3 hours pretty much. It's always a great time hanging out and chatting with everybody, seeing everybody, all that other good stuff. I shall see you all over on the site, guys. And don't forget, next Wednesday night we'll be having a live stream. December 18th, I won't be on here. It's a family dinner night. So good night, take care, and bye-bye, everybody.